how much I want to see you again.
Pervert!
How gross. Take your time.
All right then. Let us begin the experiment.
Well, so today we're talking about your journey from atheism all the way to Christianity.
Right.
And there's a whole lot that's happened in between, you know, back when you were an atheist and now that you're a Christian. We'll talk about all the steps that kind of led there, some of the science that because your background is in, what is it, biochemistry. And so your background as a scientist, but that's actually what led you to embrace God's existence and then eventually to become a Christian.
Right.
So let's start at the very beginning.
I grew up in a family 3 generations of atheists. They were not only atheists, they were very left-wing. My parents were members of the American Communist Party in the 1930s, which is rare. And so their atheism was very strong, very militant, and that's what I grew up with. I assumed that there could not be any such thing as God, or not possible for there to be a God. Totally materialistic. My father was a chemist, scientist, so that was the worldview I grew up in. And also the same worldview I had when I went to college, where I started studying chemistry, chip off the old block. And, when you're a chemistry major, you also have to learn some physics. So I was learning things about quantum mechanics and things in physics that seemed a little strange to me, but I didn't really worry about it too much. And then eventually I decided I really wanted to study life. And rather than be a biologist, I wanted to study the chemistry of life. So I went into biochemistry, where I got my PhD. And what happened was that even in college, as a young man, I began to feel there was something missing in my life. And I later realized it was some sense of spirituality, which I think is very important for all people. But I found that, whatever that you want to call that, in science at first. I was just thinking, well, the science is great because it gives you a real sense of purpose, a real sense of doing something good in the world, and it's true, so it's great. But there was one catch, which was that what I was learning in science didn't jive with the materialistic worldview. And I couldn't have said it that way. I just felt it. For example, in graduate school, I learned about the process by which proteins are made in cells. And that's a very complex process that involves a tremendous amount of biomolecules interacting with each other, and the complexity is just incredible. And I remember feeling like a chill going down my spine. It was like, this is amazing. How did this get here? And it was something that I couldn't answer.
I've been waiting for this.